Video J7 looks at the volume of 3D shapes. In the 11 Plus, most of the time the most complicated volume question you're going to get is going to be based around the volume of a cuboid. So that's what I'm focusing in on this particular video. Here we've got a cuboid which has 3 dimensions given. We have the length, we have the width, or some people call that the depth, and we also have the height. In order to work out the volume, which means the amount of space inside this shape, you need to calculate a multiplication sum. It needs to be the length times the width times the height. So here we'd have 10 times 5 times 8. 10 times 5 gives us 50, times 8 would give us 400, and the unit would be centimetres cubed, because it's almost as if we're fitting inside this shape tiny little centimetre cubes, which are 1 centimetre long, 1 centimetre wide and 1 centimetre high. Because it's 3-dimensional, we have to have this cube. Now that's what they would call probably quite an easy 11 Plus question. Here is the stinky rat bag. Oscar has a bag of identical dice of size 2 centimetres. So the dice are 2 centimetres long and wide and high. What is the maximum number of dice that he can fit into this box? Now this is quite sneaky because you're not fitting centimetre cubes in, you're fitting in cubes which are 2 centimetres long and wide and high. So I've kind of helped you a little bit here by splitting this box into little areas which are 2 centimetres long and wide and high. So along the length we would be able to fit 5 dice because the dice are 2 centimetres long and the length of the box is 10, so we could fit 5 dice. Going back along the width, we'd be able to fit 4 dice, and for the height, we'd be able to fit 2 dice. So here, our volume is not 10 times 8 times 4. That would be the volume of the cube if you want to give it, or the cuboid if you want to give it in cubic centimetres. Here we need to know the number of dice, so we need to do 5 times 4 times 2, which would be 20 times 2, which is 40 dice. If we had to just give the volume, we would do that in cubic centimetres, which would be the length, which is 10, times the width, which is 8, times the height, which is 4. That would give us 320 centimetres cubed. So make sure you read the question carefully because it might be asking for volume or it might be asking how many particular size objects can be fitted inside. Watch those questions, remember to RTQ.